Hello and welcome to This Week in Bobcat Athletics. I'm Vice President of Athletics and Club Sports Craig McPhail, and we have got another incredible show. We've done 26 of these, folks. It's amazing. The interest and enthusiasm that's in our athletic department is transcending to our games. We had home senior day women's lacrosse, senior day men's and women's tennis on Saturday, and Bobcat Bank was crowded. There was crowds on the tennis. And you know, we came to a problem that I never thought we'd have, folks. Softball on Sunday, we had a parking problem. Not enough places for everybody. So you've been listening, you've been watching, and now you've come out and supporting us, and we're grateful for it. As you go through today's show, you're going to get to see some talented young men who are wrapping up their career. The men's lacrosse boys are going to talk about what senior day means for them, and our men's tennis team led by Garrett Lakey had a great win this weekend, and they're getting primed for the conference tournament. And I think when you see these young men and what they're doing in this town, it's going to be remarkable. So stay tuned for This Week in Bobcat Athletics.
Welcome back to This Week in Bobcat Athletics. I'm Sports Information Director Chris Parker here with two men's lacrosse seniors and Dylan Quinn, Nick Meyer. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the show. This question is for you, Nick. You got about 2 weeks left of class in your senior year. Has it really sunk in that you're about to graduate from college?
Not yet. I mean, with 2 weeks left, it's kind of a gut check. It's almost over, but excited for kind of what graduation has and what's next in store.
What do you have in store after you graduate?
I plan on attending graduate school to pursue a master's in accounting. I've got my schools narrowed down to 3 choices: App State, University of Illinois Chicago, and then Missouri State.
All right. Dylan, you're one of 8 seniors on the team. Can you just talk about your 4 years here at Banner Elk and what it's been like to play with these guys?
Well, it's been great. I couldn't expect anything else, and it's one of the best experiences I've ever had, especially from where we've grown, how far we've come from when we got here. The coaching changes and everything, it was big for most of the guys, but I think we are definitely on the right path to where we're striving to be competing for those conference tournaments.
You talked a little bit about the coaching changes. You guys got an assistant coach this year in Andrew Bascom, and you guys got a new locker room over the summer. What does that mean for you as a player but soon-to-be alumni for the men's lacrosse program?
Well, like I said, I think for those are 2 big steps. I haven't had a locker room essentially the entire time I was here, so that was a big thing, big recruiting standpoint and everything. And I think it is definitely just to show that we are definitely heading in the right direction. Like I said, with the new coach and everything, Coach Bascom's done great. I think he complements Coach D very well, and that they are working together and striving to do the best they can.
And speaking of doing the best, can you just speak on some of the memories that you've had here in your 4 years and one that really stands out?
I've had a lot of memories, especially with the lacrosse team, from the 6 a.m.s, grinding out in the gym, to the game days, the long bus rides with my teammates. It's all been just a wonderful experience and once in a lifetime. One of the fondest memories that I do have was last year, being able to win on senior day for those guys and really send them out on a high note was probably one of the biggest things for me and my other teammates, and hopefully this year we can get a win for senior day and get sent out on the right note.
Dylan, can you follow up and talk about one of your fondest memories in Bobcat uniform?
One of my fondest, like Nick said, we've had so many, but the one that really stands out in my mind was our first win against Alderson Broadus last year. Not because of the obvious reason of we broke the losing streak for Lees-McRae and everything, but because I think as a team, that was when we all came together and finally realized we're going to make this something. We're on the right direction.
And speaking of in the right direction, you guys have a huge matchup against the #1 team in the nation in Limestone tomorrow night under the lights. Can you just talk about that matchup in general?
Well, just that match. They're a great team. #1, back-to-back national champions. They're sending a couple guys to the pros next year. So really, that's just a great experience for all the guys, and I think everybody is in the right mindset of they just want to come out there and we want to do our best and show what we got against the #1 team in the nation.
And then after you guys play Limestone on Tuesday, Saturday is senior day for you and 7 others. Can you just talk about kind of your feelings in playing your last home collegiate game?
It really hasn't set in yet that it's soon to be over. I believe it's excitement, really. being able to play Emmanuel on senior day, with my family going to be there, everyone else's family, it's a tremendous opportunity to really end our career on a high note. And I'm just super excited and kind of scared though, because I don't want it to be over yet. But sometimes great things have to come to an end.
All right. Gentlemen, thank you for your time. We wish you the best of luck this week in staying healthy and playing a tough Limestone team before you host Emmanuel on Saturday. And we'll be back shortly with This Week in Bobcat Athletics. And welcome back to This Week in Bobcat Athletics. I'm here with junior men's tennis player Garrett Lees-McRae. Garrett, first of all, congratulations. You guys won 2 matches last week, which got you in the Conference Carolinas men's tennis tournament. Can you just talk a little bit about the team's momentum towards the end of the season?
I think we're building a lot of momentum. We've had a lot of close matches in the season this year, and these past 2, we've really all come together as a team, and I think that everyone's played their best match, and that's what's got to happen in tennis, because you're out there on your own, playing your own match, but it is a team sport, so everyone's just got to go out there and play their best and put it together on the same day for us all to win. So.
The big one came on Monday when you guys beat Emmanuel 5-4, and what I heard, it was 4-4, and then everybody was on the court for Cole's match. Can you just talk about the team camaraderie and just the excitement of just being so focused on your teammate playing such a decisive game?
Well, first off, I want to congratulate Cole. He's a freshman, and he's come up with huge wins this year and played like a senior with experience. But yeah, it's great to be out there as a team as a whole, pulling on your teammate, and you can really feel it when you're out there that everyone's together, and that's kind of the vibe we want to have as a team. Every match, either down 8-1 or whatever, we want to go out there and be as a team, and when we do that, that's when we play our best. I think it's when everyone is out there supporting each other.
You spoke a little bit about the seniors. You had 2 seniors in Johnny A and Adam Shivers. They were honored on Saturday for Senior Day when you guys beat Erskine. Can you just talk about your time with both of those guys?
Yeah, first off, Johnny, coming in my freshman year, he was kind of the one that took me under his wing, and he was always my role model, him being our number 1. He was a great face of the program for 4 years. He's always to practice on time. He's always leading by example, and we've had some great adventures outside of tennis and on the tennis court. Adam's a guy who is just the best teammate you would ever find out there. He is the hardest worker. He's the most improved. He's just a guy that you really want on your team. You got to have that guy on your team to pull everyone together. I'm just if anything, I'm really proud of Adam and how far he's come.
And last question for you, Garrett. You talked a little bit about a role model. Changing at the coaching realm with Coach Don Marriott coming in. From your 1 year with him as your coach, can you just talk about that change and how the team's reacted to it?
I think there's definitely a new energy and a new belief that we can be one of the best teams in the conference, and he's kind of come in and stated where he wants us to be, and I think he's doing a really great job of making us actually believe in ourselves, and that's something that we've needed this whole time, is actually believing that we're just as good or even better than all the teams out there.
All right.
He's a great leader.
All right, Garrett, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Garrett and the men's tennis team clinched the 8th seed for the men's tennis tournament, and they will actually have about 2 weeks before they play, and they will open up their postseason run on April 29th at 12 p.m. in Sumter, South Carolina. And we'll be back shortly with This Week in Bobcat Athletics. And welcome back to This Week in Bobcat Athletics. We're going to recap the week that was and the week that will be. We're getting towards the end of our spring seasons here. Our men's volleyball wrapped up their season with a 3-0 loss to Belmont Abbey. Senior Drew Blecker played his final season, so we'd like to say thank you, Drew, for your 4 years as a Bobcat, and best of luck in the future. As you saw, we talked with Garrett Lees-McRae of the men's tennis team. They came in, won 2 huge matches this week. They beat Emmanuel 5-4 on Monday before taking care of Erskine 7-2 on Saturday. With those 2 wins, they have clinched the number 8 seed in the men's tennis tournament, and they'll face the number 1 seed, which will more than likely be Mount Olive, and that match will take place on the 29th of April in Sumter, South Carolina. The women's tennis team wrapped up their season with a pair of losses to Emmanuel and Erskine. Seniors Taylor Boston and Hillary Lutz wrapped up their collegiate careers, so we'd also like to give them a tip of the hat. Women's lacrosse had a pretty busy week. A big win on Tuesday, 19-11 against Newberry, a season high in goals. Peyton LeCompte continuing her impressive campaign with another 7 goals as she sits second in Conference Carolinas with 50 goals on the season. They turned around and played a tough Belmont Abbey team on Saturday, lost that one in a nail-biter 9-7. Huge improvement from last year for Coach Lexi King and her squad. And they will take on Tusculum on Tuesday in Greenville, Tennessee. Then they'll travel to Mount Olive for a 4 p.m. start on Saturday. Our softball team was in action. They played a doubleheader Monday against Mars Hill, fell short in both of those games. Then they had the rest of the week off until they played Barton yesterday, and they won the first game on a shutout from freshman Kara Cunningham 1-0, and we had an opportunity to catch up with her after the game. Kara, complete game shutout. Just talk about your performance a little bit.
I just knew my team had my back the whole time, so it was easier to throw, knowing that the plays would be made behind me. So it was a full team effort.
You go out there, throw the first shutout inning, then you come in, lead off the game with a walk in the bottom of the first, score the game's only run. What does it mean to get a run early in the game?
It's definitely for pitching, it's a relief, but also it gets the ball rolling. It gets us excited and pumped up and keeps us rolling and the energy high. And so it's definitely a boost, a confidence boost for everybody.
Keep the energy high. Charlie Dutton's on the mound for game 2. How do you feel about her and going into this, looking for the sweep against Barton?
Charlie's an amazing pitcher, so I know she will throw incredible. So I have full confidence that she'll do her job, and everyone would have her back for it.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And then after talking with Kara, we were also able to have a chance to speak with Coach Jacqueline Poole. Coach, complete game shutout from a freshman, Kara Cunningham. How does that feel to get that first win there?
I mean, it feels amazing. We had to have that win, so hopefully we got here and get just another strong performance from Charlie Dutton.
Emily Merriam got the offense rolling in the first inning, really got the only run of the game. What does it mean to jump out to a 1-0 lead in the first inning?
Well, I mean, it's always good to score that first run of the game, but we know as a team that we have to continue to do that every inning, and that's what we got to work on this game.
Kara got herself in a little bit of predicament, I think, running on first and second in the 5th with nobody out. Can you just talk about the pitch selection to get through that inning without anybody scoring?
Well, with Kara, our main game plan is always keep the ball low. We don't want them lifting anything out of the park, especially with a 1-0 ball game. And then just having our defense play behind her.
All right. Well, Coach, you guys are going to go for the sweep here at Barton. Charlie Dutton on the mound. What do you expect from your junior today?
Hopefully just comes out guns blazing and shuts them down.
All right. All right, Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stick around for game 2. And we also have some highlights from that contest, the 1-0 win and the 3-2 loss in game 2. So take a peek at some highlights from that adventure. And the softball team will be playing Erskine tomorrow at 2 and 4 here at the Lees-McRae softball field to wrap up their home slate, and then they will travel to North Greenville and Limestone this weekend to wrap up their regular season slate. And their playoff picture is still up in the air. They do have a chance to get in, and that'll kind of develop as the week plays out. Also, track and field was at Cullowhee to run at Western Carolina. 2 school records fell. Alexandria Flint and Aaron Bingham set school records in their respective events. And we have some highlights from the weekend.
And 6th from UCSU, Tiana Davis at 25-14. And 5th from Marcus Shanice Johnson at 24-90.
1, 2, 3, let's go! Woo! There you Here we go, Jordan. Outsmooth, man. Outsmooth.
And the track and field team will take this week off before they run and participate in events at the Outdoor Track and Field Championships, which will be hosted here at Lees-McRae, and we'll touch more on that a little bit next week. So for any highlights, stats, schedules, rosters, be sure to log on to lmcbobcats.com, and Coach McPhail will be back shortly to wrap things up.
Thank you for being a part of This Week in Bobcat Athletics. As you have seen, we've got some talented young people here. Also some very good dressers. I mean, they're putting us all to shame with their professionalism, and I think that's what we're trying to do, folks. Trying to elevate the experience, give you a wonderful opportunity to kind of get to know our young people, see how they make up Avery County and Banner Elk, and what they do when they wear the green and gold, because at the end of the day, they're making an impact. And we want you to make an impact. Be a difference maker. Come out and support us. Give up your time or your talents or your treasures. Join the Bobcat Club. Make a difference. Get to watch us maybe on our website. Watch one of the web streams. You're going to get to see just exactly what we live every day. You know, it's tough to beat cloudless skies in the spring and better out, but I'm going to tell you, we had a blast. And hopefully you saw some people playing softball or some beach volleyball while you rode down the road. Now you got to come out and watch men's lacrosse and watch our tennis team and softball team and everybody else as we prime and get ready for the end of the academic year. We've got a couple more home events, and certainly going to want to watch you come out and watch the conference championship for track and field, because I think it'll be a wonderful opportunity for you to really kind of see the talent that's in our conference. But for now, have a great week, and thank you.